So Missouri featured the outside zone off tackle more than anybody else in the SEC, and it wasn't even particularly close. I think they more than doubled the next closest team, and the outside zone off tackle more than doubled the next closest concept on Missouri's script. So it's all about getting our speedy back outside of the bookend. So that requires a play side reach from the edge defender and backside seals with every gap, just in case we need to cut back. And this is an example where there's a few post-snap decisions by our running back, to say the least. So Vanderbilt's in a single high coverage here, so it looks like it's going to be an even box count 7-on-7. So our back has to make somebody miss by design, by default. So since it's an outside zone, we don't even have to bother about touching our backside C-gap player. We can just focus on reaching our most play side adjacent defender. So with this interesting sniffer formation with our tight end in the B-gap, normally he's the edge setter, but he's going to be taking on a different role where he can just go straight up to the second level right ahead, with our right tackle then being our edge setter. It's not quite an ISO. It's not quite a blast. It's just a different pin pull outside zone technique that you have with this formation. And 75% of Missouri's outside zone's meaningful minutes went towards the right. This is no exception. So, boom. We're flowing here. Here's the point of the handoff. We can see our tackle has our guy reached. Our guard is working up. Our center and guard are comboing towards the second level. Our receivers are working downfield. Here comes our sniffer coming through, and our tackle trying to set the edge. A few more beats, and our tackle has lost. So we must look inside. So in order for this to happen, we have to make sure that in order for this to be successful, we have to make sure our combos are getting there. As well as we can see, they do have a body for a body, and again, there's our sniffer taking on a filling free safety. Woohoo! Good night. So even though it looks like our tackle did lose, so our pursuing defenders are starting to bottle us up. That's not so good. They are having us cornered. So even though we have a hat on a hat, we don't have space. So even though we get about 2-3 yards before contact, this is where our back in space comes in part of this design. So Larry Roundtree makes 1-man miss, 2-man miss, 3-man miss, and he gets a big chunk gain because of it. But looking at the path of the back, it's pretty abnormal, to say the least, and hoping to get breaking tackles. The tackle breaking element really did cause a lot of variance in this play, because 55% of them gained less than 3 yards, but it averaged 6.06. So in order for this play to most of the times birth a splash games like this, it was reliant on the back making dudes miss.